It was rush hour in New York City. The subway platform was buzzing with tired commuters, the kind of weekday crowd that rushed past one another without so much as a glance. Among them stood Daniel, a single dad in his mid-30s, clutching a worn-out backpack and counting the crumpled bills in his hand. $10. That was all he had left. Rent was overdue, his daughter Emma's shoes had holes in them, and dinner tonight would have to be another makeshift meal. He sighed, whispering a quiet prayer that tomorrow would somehow be better. As the train screeched into the station, Daniel noticed a woman sitting on the floor near one of the pillars. She looked exhausted, her clothes simple but neat, and her eyes downcast. A cardboard sign rested in her lap, "Just need help to get home." Most people walked right past her, pretending she wasn't there. Daniel hesitated. His chest tightened as he thought of Emma waiting at home, hoping he'd bring food. He couldn't afford to waste a single dollar, and yet. Something in the woman's expression reminded him of his late wife. Vulnerability. Pain. Loneliness. Daniel knelt beside her, pressed his last $10 into her palm, and whispered, "I don't have much, but maybe this can help you." The woman's eyes widened, filling with tears. "Sir, are you sure?" Daniel nodded with a soft smile. "I've been down too. I know what it feels like. Just promise me you'll be okay." And before she could say more, he stood and boarded the train. What Daniel didn't know was that the woman wasn't who she appeared to be. Her name was Victoria Hale, the CEO of a major investment firm, one of the youngest female millionaires in the country. She had come to the subway disguised, testing something deeply personal, whether kindness could still be found in a world driven by money and status. That night, Daniel tucked Emma into bed with only peanut butter sandwiches on the table. "One day, sweet girl," he whispered, "things will get better. I promise." Emma hugged him, her little voice certain, "I believe you, Daddy." The next morning, Daniel received an unexpected phone call. A woman's voice introduced herself as Victoria Hale and asked him to meet her downtown. Nervous but curious, Daniel agreed. When he arrived at the towering glass building, he realized he was standing in front of Hale Enterprises. Security escorted him upstairs to a sleek office overlooking the city skyline. There she was, the same woman from the subway station, now dressed in a tailored suit, poised with elegance and confidence. Daniel froze. You're the woman from yesterday?" Victoria smiled warmly. "Yes. And you, Mr. Carter, gave away the last money you had, just to help a stranger. Do you realize how rare that is?" Daniel rubbed the back of his neck, embarrassed. "I just couldn't walk away. I know what it's like to need help." Victoria's eyes softened. "I wanted to see if compassion still existed in the busiest city in the world. And you proved it. Does. You gave me hope, and I'd like to return that gift." Before Daniel could protest, she slid a folder across the desk. Inside was a job offer at her company, one that came with a salary big enough to cover his rent, provide for Emma, and even save for her future. His hands trembled. "Why me? I'm just a single dad who barely gets by." Victoria leaned forward. "Because integrity, kindness, and heart are worth more than any degree or resume. I can teach you skills. But I can't teach what you already have." Tears welled in Daniel's eyes. He thought of Emma, of their nights filled with worry, of the countless prayers whispered into the dark. You've changed our lives." Victoria shook her head. "No, Daniel. You changed mine. You reminded me what truly matters." From that day forward, Daniel worked with dedication and gratitude. Within a year, he rose through the ranks, admired not only for his work ethic but for the way he treated every colleague with respect. Emma thrived, her laughter filling their home again, her dreams no longer limited by poverty. And Victoria? She often told her board that the single dad from the subway taught her the greatest lesson: True wealth isn't measured in millions but in the courage to give when you have almost nothing. Daniel's story became a reminder to all who knew him, that a simple act of kindness, no matter how small, can ripple into something life-changing. In a world rushing too fast, one moment of compassion can rewrite a destiny. Because sometimes, giving away your last $10 doesn't mean losing, it means gaining everything.